Okay, so this isn't even letting me record 5 minutes, so we're going to make this really short. This chapter 9, and I'm going to keep it pretty focused on one thing, and it has to do with the next progression with my dad. So it started with me running down the hill with big black ants in my pants that were biting me, and my dad pulling me down my pants and laying me on the ground and brushing these ants off. I think he'd actually just taken my pants off and was shaking my pants off and laid me down to make sure everything was out of there. And it was somewhere in all that mix as something shifted and felt really weird. We actually talked about it years later. We both felt it. But from there, nothing happened. I mean, the door opened, the energetic door opened, but nothing happened again until we actually moved into that house. And I had the bedroom that was actually intended to be a walk-in pantry. But it was small enough, or it was large enough to make into a bedroom, but it was like a half bedroom, right? And it didn't have a closet, so I had this really cool standing antique closet in there. And my dad started coming in to talk to me before I went to sleep. And from talking to me, it turned into back rubs. And very gentle, very intimate, I guess you could say, because it was just me and him in there with the door closed. And then that turned into front rubs, and the front rubs were like the back rubs, until they became a little bit more concentrated in certain areas. And then he started going under my shirt, and he started lifting my shirt. I mean, this was a progression over time, and it wasn't every night, it was over time. And from there, he started telling me how beautiful I was. So all those things combined together started creating kind of this weird kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, just a weird atmosphere. And at the same time, I was working with him. And I was playing my violin. I was 12 years old when I played Vivaldi's Concerto in A minor. And so my dad was heralding as my best friend, championing my violin, championing me against my stepmother, taking me with him to work. I was his helper. Nighttime visits that made me special and set apart from the other kids. Yeah. This is where the mind fuck started, the best friend during the day and the monster at night. And that's when things really started to split. Because when I had to confront these realities, when things came out later, this really fucked with my head. And yeah, we'll get into it more later. Let's see if this uploads. Dun dun dun.